Well, I started playing music at 5 years old. Like a lot of kids, my parents signed me up for piano lessons and I took to it pretty well. But I really got the bug when I was probably around 12 or 13 years old. But I remember in church seeing my pastor. He was sort of this young, very charismatic guy, and he stood in front of the congregation with a guitar and led us in song. And I remember seeing that and being like, okay, I want to do that. I'm Paul Rosevear, and I'm a songwriting teacher here at Lake House. It's like a very typical story. I remember getting on the bus one day, and the kid who lived a little bit like at the next bus stop was starting a band, and he had like heard that I played guitar, and he said, well, you know, do you want to come by and play in the band? And I said, sure. And that was it. So first big show, there were so many not big shows before there was ever a big show. But that's kind of where it starts, is like you're just playing in the club to 10 of your friends, and then you're playing in the club to 12 of your friends, and then, you know, that's how it began, just playing a lot of local shows, a lot of shows around here in Asbury Park. This is where I came up, you know, playing at the Saint. And every now and again you'd get a gig at the Pony. One of the first times I ever really played a big gig was at the Pony for the Asbury Park Music Awards, and my band was nominated for a couple awards, and so we got to play on that stage to like however many, 1,000. I don't know how many people it was, but it was just huge. For years, yeah, we would just get in the van. My band, I had a band, Ready Made Breakup, for many years, and it was all DIY. We just booked the gigs, and we'd go off for 3, 4, 5 days at a time, and just do it and go meet people and play the shows and be crashing on couches and just out there, you know, hustling. And so it's amazing how, like, the further from home you get, the cooler and more interesting you become. You know what I mean? Thank you guys for letting me I've gotten some great opportunities just from meeting folks around the scene, you know, a lot of who are here hanging around at Lake House. You know, it's a great community to be a part of, and you just make connections, and through those connections I've been able to, support amazing artists, Joan Baez, Steve Earle, Stone Temple Pilots. Well, it's been so long since I've seen you. Some of the music that I've worked on with my bands has been licensed to different, you know, TV shows. And then I also do some work with commercial music house, where, you know, we'll write and pitch songs for Coca-Cola, M&M's, you know, whatever, brand work type of things. So yeah, that's a part of what I do as well. So the whole teaching thing came about because of John Liedersdorf here at Lake House. I've known John for many years. Our bands back in the day used to play together. We just got in touch, and he invited me to come down and maybe start to do some teaching. And it's just been a blast. Like, I never even really thought about teaching songwriting until he invited me to come try it out, and it's been so fulfilling, so rewarding. Come and take me off the shelf. Misery loves company. There's so many different aspects to teaching. You know, there's the craft, okay, and there's sort of like the pure skill of it. Whether that's, you know, what chords go well together, or how to really write a resonant lyric that's going to move somebody. Then there's the whole mental and psychological aspect of teaching, which is, you know, so many people doubt themselves and they have difficulty you know, seeing their own potential. And that's, to me, is a huge part of what my job is as a teacher is, yeah, I'm going to teach you the craft. I'm going to teach you the skills. I'm going to give you honest, you know, tough love feedback. But I'm also going to help you get outside your own head, get around those beliefs that are kind of keeping you stuck, so you can, you know, see yourself as the artist that you would like to be. People help do that for me, and so I love being able to pass that along to somebody else.
Too much booze on my breath, too much love on my tongue. I let it slip bit by bit, wipe my fists one by one. Couldn't fight it too long.
Yeah, I'm always active. You know, I'm still a practicing artist and musician myself. So that's the other good thing about this community is these are not people who were out in the field and now they've kind of settled down to teach. You know, people are active, they're gigging, they're writing, they're recording, and I count myself among them. So I've always got projects. I've got a band called the Vice Rags that plays around town, and we're gearing up to do some recording. I've got a solo project in the works that should be out later this year. So I'm involved, I'm in it myself, you know, so I'm learning alongside my students every day.
Thank you, guys. Have a great night.